We're going to put the FIE back together. Get our parts out here. A little bit of spotting there. Might have to do a little touch up on that barrel. Yep, I'm going to have to do some touch up on that barrel. This is actually the firing pin retaining cup for the FIE, and it is cracked. And so what I have done, I think I'd get a better freaking tripod. Anyways, what I've done is I took this drill bit. It's the right size. I was able to tap it down in there because this thing was in bad shape, and I used it as a backing, and I tapped it around, and I got it back where it's in good shape and the way it should be. Now I'm going to attempt to run. I'm going to take the TIG. I'm not going to use any filler rod or anything like that, and I'm going to just see if I can tack that crack back together just barely. All I'm wanting it to do is just hold together while I put it into the sleeve area where it goes. That's all it needs to do, is that, and then not fall down and get in the way of the firing pin, because these are not available right now, so this is what I'm having to do. So we are going to attempt to do this. Well, it worked. It almost didn't. It was almost a tragedy. Alright, I'm looking for a brush. There we go. Let's see if I can get this next crack. I only saw 3 cracks. Well, that one almost ate on through. Now I'll let that cool and I'll dress it, the weld down, and we'll put it in. Here I'm just dressing up that little bit, those little welds there. Still a little bit crooked. Gonna have to do a little work with it. little bit more around. I think that'll work. I'm gonna chamfer the edges, and I'm gonna chamfer the edges and deburr it, and I think we'll be in good shape. Not too tight, but I will keep this round wrench over here. So we've got a few different ways that we can start out. We can do the barrel, we can do different action parts, whatever. What I'm going to do, I'll go ahead, I'm going to start with the barrel. Get the barrel out of here. There we go. Test fit the threads. Have our barrel in. Let's see. Now we'll build the heart of our gun here. Thinking. All right. We've got hammer in here. We'll get our parts out that we're going to need. Our hand. Good and clean. Now if you'll look here, I'm going to kind of whiz through this reassembly because I did a pretty thorough assembly video already. It's already posted up. So if you want to see that, just take you a look on my channel and you'll see it actually should be in the same playlist as this video. If you have any questions about it. And a lot of times what I like to do, especially on these where I've had to do custom work with the parts to get them to fit right or one thing or another, instead of Loctiting them right off the bat, a lot of times I'll fit it all without Loctite. I'm just doing this by hand. There we go. I ran the tap through there to clean it up a little. Jeez. Alright, now to get this in there, what you've got to do your spring is going to go in, and then you're going to have your detent ball. Then this has to roll in there. That detent ball will rest on one of those two indentions. So when you push this down, you got to watch out that it doesn't pop out of the hole there. The reason you have to wear safety glasses is because if you slip out of there, that ball will come out and it would put an eye out. Alright, have that in. Actually, I'm going to have to pull it out of there. I forgot to do the red inlay for the safety. do your firing, put your firing pin in, you cock your hammer, just so it's out of the way there. Firing pin and the spring. And they will drop straight down in there. Make sure your firing pin's there. On your retainer cup, make sure that your indentation for the pin goes to the top. Here's the FIE all put back together. There we go. There is the FIE revolver that's refurbished with a custom fanning hammer. There it is. Thanks for watching. Alright. Got the FIE here all finished up. And since 22 ammo is so hard to find right now, just for functionality testing, I'm going to run some of this Federal just shot through it, game shot. It's not going to hurt this barrel. And just run a few rounds through it. I'm not really accuracy checking it here. I'm just wanting to make sure that it fires, cycles, and ejects from all the holes. Now I know on this this type of 22 ammunition, a lot of times you can have ejection issues. And when I say that, I mean it's a revolver. I've got an ejector, I can just push them out. But sometimes because they have this extra bit of brass up there, they can pose a little bit of an issue, just make it a little bit tighter ejecting. I chamfered the inlet of the holes on the revolver there, so they should load and feed just fine. But just wanted to go ahead and show that getting all loaded up, and we'll do some test rounds here in a minute. There we go. One. We figured those would be a little bit tighter, trying to get them out. There we go. I'm trying to hold this around the camera, so it's making it a little bit harder to do. So now I'm going to run a couple of rounds in here of some Winchester. See how well it fires there. That round, the head was just, or the bullet was just a little bit crooked. Some of this ammo that you're getting here right now is, especially in 22, the quality is just right out the window. They are, you can tell that one's actually been struck before. You can tell that the quality control is just out the window. Those last two have been struck before. All right. Alright, well that's that. That's the FIE 22 long revolver, all finished up, test fired, working good. Thanks for watching.